Hey everyone, what's up? Sorry that it's been a little while since my last video, but I've been a little busy with work and the show that we're currently working on, which is Fiddler on the Roof, hence the reason that I have to grow out my beard, because we all have to have beards in the show. So what I wanted to do for this video is something similar to what Tyler Oakley did for a while, where he would talk about some of his favorite things at the end of every month. And mine's not going to be as structured as Tyler's was, where he always had something he was reading, something he bought, etc. But just a couple things that I either read or did or saw this month that I really enjoyed. So let's get started. The first thing that I read this month, that I finished actually, I had started it back in June, was Sarah Colonna's book, Life as I Blow It. And Sarah Colonna, for those of you who don't know, is a comedian and writer for Chelsea Lately, which is the show that is hosted on the E! Network by Chelsea Handler. And Life as I Blow It is Sarah Colonna's kind of autobiography, telling of her life growing up in the South and how she moved to Los Angeles, became a comedian, and eventually how she ended up on Chelsea Lately working for Chelsea Handler. And I absolutely loved the book. It was a great book. It was so funny. Sarah Colonna is a great storyteller, telling all the different stories of boyfriends and experiences that she went through moving from the South to LA, and talking about her family and a whole range of things. And it's just a really great book, so fun to read, great summer read, it's very light reading. And now I have read all of Chelsea Handler's books, as well as Heather McDonald's book, You'll Never Blue Ball in This Town Again. And Heather McDonald is another comedian and writer on the show. And I won't lie, every time that I read a book from one of Chelsea Handler's staff, I kind of jump back to Chelsea's books. And when you first start reading, you have to remind yourself that Heather McDonald or Sarah Colonna are not Chelsea Handler. They have similar comedy, but they are different writers. And you just have to remember that it's not going to be like a Chelsea Handler book. It's going to be their own way of telling a story and their own experiences. But once you remember that, it's a great book. So I highly recommend you read it. It is available in stores and online. I read it on my Kindle, and I'm sure it's available on Nooks and in the iTunes iPad bookstore and all the other electronic readers. So definitely check it out. The second thing that I really like this month is NotAdamandSteve.com, and this is the new website started by Will and RJ, Shep689 and the Not Adam. And I know I talked about them in my last video, but they are two of my favorite YouTubers, so I did want to promote their website. The website is so great. I love how clean the design is. And they have different sections introducing themselves, and then things that they're reading, they're eating, they're buying, a whole host of things. And there's some great posts on the site. And the third thing I like this month, with being from Massachusetts, was Mayor Tom Menino, who's the mayor of Boston, and his letter to the president of Chick-fil-A, telling Chick-fil-A that there is no place for their restaurant in Boston. And this came after the president of Chick-fil-A said that their company is a family company and they believe in marriage between a man and a woman. And Mayor Menino said, Boston is a city full of pride. We were one of the first cities and states to legalize same-sex marriage, and he strongly believes in marriage equality for all, regardless of sexual orientation, and that because Chick-fil-A does not agree with marriage equality and equality for all, that there's no place for them in the city of Boston. And I am so grateful to Mayor Menino for standing up for marriage equality. And finally, the last thing that I really like this month, and I may have tried this in June, I'm not positive, is the Coffee Oreo Coolatta from Dunkin' Donuts. And if you don't have a Dunkin' Donuts near you, I'm sorry, because you probably won't understand this. But Dunkin' Donuts has partnered with Oreo to create a variety of coffee drinks with Oreos. And one of these is the Coffee Oreo Coolatta, which tastes just like a Coffee Oreo Frap, which, for those of you who don't live in New England, a frap is what you would call a milkshake. But here in New England, a milkshake does not have ice cream in it, and a frap does. And we're not going to get into that discussion because I could do a whole video on things that we say in New England versus things they say in other parts of the country, and maybe I will, but not in this video. But anyway, the Coffee Oreo Coolatta is absolutely delicious. It is really bad for you. There's like 420 something calories, I think in a small, so I don't even want to think about a medium or a large. But I wanted to treat myself one day, so I decided to try the Coolatta, and it was absolutely delicious. So I highly recommend that you go try it. So that's about it. And I did just want to give a special thank you to everybody who watched my last video, The Nursing Hood. I had about 145 video views in the first 24 hours, which for somebody who's really just starting to make their own videos on YouTube meant a lot to me. And a big special thank you to Shep689 and Soundly Awake, two of my favorite YouTubers that I talked about in the video, for watching the video and commenting, saying how much they liked it. And also thank you to Joseph Birdsong, Disney Kid 1, who favorited the tweet when I tweeted about the video. So that's about it. I will try to get another video up soon. Leave a comment below and let me know what are some of your favorite things that either you read or you did or saw this month. And please subscribe to the channel. Click right up there. And that's pretty much it. Okay guys, have a great day. Bye.